So here is the Core Word AAC Games Spring Edition tutorial. Since the Core Word AAC Games was really popular, it seems like a lot of you needed something to address core vocabulary among your AAC users. I decided to go ahead and make a spring edition and hopefully future editions as well. But let's go ahead and take a little tour of this particular game. So you still have the three different levels: the emergent, which is addressing cause and effect; the context dependent, which um, addresses control; and then independent, which is more automatic. And I do give an explanation of each of these in the PDF download that you get when you get this on TPT. So these are really talking about access method. So with AAC, the user might access the device with their hand or with their eyes or with a switch. And that skill is different than learning the language. So we have to keep that in mind, that an individual who uses AAC, they have to learn to do two different things. They have to learn to access their device and to learn the vocabulary on their device. So at the cause and effect level, where they're just learning to kind of activate things with their device, these are the words that are addressed just at the single word level. So let's go ahead and pick one of these.
Want,
And it's very simple cause and effect. And the words play automatically so that the user is hearing the word. And you can also click on it again to play it. But
ooh la la.
it comes with a fun sound, all of the pictures to keep them engaged. And then
Want,
the object moves around the page. So we're working on like tracking.
ooh la la. Want, ooh
And you
la
get
la.
5 trials for each of the cause and effect words. So we'll do one more. Let's do stop.
Stop,
So you can see again, we
stop.
have the sounds for all of the pictures. Now imagine if someone is using eye gaze on their device and you can pull this up on their device, they would be able to use eye tracking to hit these objects. If someone's using direct select with their finger, in this case, they're just going to touch it. So let's go back. Now let's take a look at the next level, which is control. So in this case, they're working on controlling the movement of the object. And they're also working on two-word utterances. So we're increasing the vocabulary level and we're increasing the access method level. So let's talk about make go. So in this case, the cloud is making the kite go, and you can see how you have to work on controlling it to move it to the object to make the noise.
Make, go.
So the audio is not automatic for the vocabulary in this one. That's because they've learned one of these words in level 1. So I believe in level 1, the word was go. So now we're working on the expanding that to be make go. So hopefully the child will be able to recognize the word and say it independently on their device or with some prompting. And then you're going to model make for them to expand on that utterance. I'm just skipping these to show you another one. So here's another one just to give you another example.
Whoa.
So the sun and the rain make a rainbow, and we like that.
Like, that.
So in the last level, the independent or automatic phase, this is where the user is definitely able to control their device and navigate their device more independently. And now they're kind of working on expanding their vocabulary more and using their device to communicate for a variety of functions. So these are different games that you can play that target a variety of core words. They give core words in the directions, but you can also use a lot of core words when playing them as well. So let's try this one out, Snail Hunt. So you can see the symbols are here for some target core words.
Put, in.
And you could talk about, if you're controlling the screen, you can tell them to tell you what to do. So maybe on their device, they say in or put. Or if they're doing it, you could tell them, where are you putting it? And they could say here. Yay! They could also talk about You could say, where is it? Because some of these are hidden. So you could say there. But you can see there's like a lot of different things you can do with games in terms of communication. So this one is really fun too. It's finding the hidden picture. So you can click on
On.
flowers to show the hidden picture, and
When.
you
You.
find the right flower, put it in the vase. So I've done this a lot, so I know which ones are the right flowers, well, for the most part. So we'll go through this kind of quickly. So what is happening in this picture? You could say jump, wet. You know, there's a lot of different things you could talk about with core vocabulary that's going on in the picture. This is another game. So where
Do.
the magic charms go. So this is kind of like a matching game, or like a puzzle, I guess you could call it. And if you put it in the wrong place, it's going to tell you that it's not in the right place. But in this case, they could tell you here, or they could say, I need more. Or you get to ask them which ones do they like. You need to put it up here. So I'm trying to give you some target core words that you could use when playing this particular game. And this one, we're going to make a butterfly. So I wanted it to have like sound effects for pretty much every game, just to keep it engaging, because I know teletherapy is hard enough to, you know, keep a child engaged when you're not like physically with them, but hopefully the sound will kind of bring them back to the screen. And so on this one, some words you could use are on. So we're going to put it on his body or on her body. We got to put her head on here. Put it here. So those are some other core words that you could target. And then lastly, this game
What
is like an I spy kind of game. So they could say I see. So what do you see? I see bumblebee. I see cloud. I see rainbow. I see dragonfly, and so forth. So you could work on like a 3-word phrase in that case. So that is the new leveled core word AAC games for spring. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know.